Okay, I am in State Game Lands number 234, and I went through a ton of weeds and brush and all kinds of crap to find this old farmhouse, and I finally did. And when I got back, I found this nice little trail that I could have just taken. So I'm not sure even how to get to it because I'm going down towards it again from the parking area. It's funny because I was going through some harsh brush, and now there's like elderly people here walking their dogs along this nice little trail. So I could have had a much nicer walk, like what I was anticipating, instead of getting covered with crap. So not sure how far the farmhouse is on this main road here, but what I was told from one guy walking his dogs, this road just comes down and loops around. So probably wherever it loops around is where you would have kept going straight to get to where this farmhouse was. So, but I came through it from basically going through that kind of stuff. So somewhere down in this direction then was this old farmhouse that I found. Although I doubt if I would have ever actually seen it though, because I didn't know exactly where it was, but it's somewhere right below here. And we're getting shots of this old wooden fence here. I'm wondering if that was the edge of their property, the farmhouse, because you will see I'll show it to you then in the video. You can see where there was an old gate right next to a swing set. So that was probably the I figured that was the back edge of their property. So you'll see all that in the video then. Alright, so I came through the woods there a little bit to avoid some where it was really thick in there. And back on the road here. This really is a small State Game Lands. I just saw like a cement slab over here, so I don't know what this was. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. I think I'll just go walk back to this road here, to what would have once been a road a long time ago. I'm sure during the winter it's probably easy walking back through there, but it's obviously this time of year it's not. Alright, so where I just came out of the woods here, I'm coming around, and it looks like I may have found something. This might be the old farmhouse that was mentioned. I'm guessing this is it. Yeah. So I found the old farmhouse. Okay, so this was the main thing I came here looking for. So I don't know anything about the history of this house. Wow. This would have been a beautiful house at one time. Long, long time ago. It's pretty thickened through here right now, but that's alright. I made the trouble to get here, so I'm going to check it out. So it doesn't really look like there's even anything worth going inside for, because everything's pretty much shown. I just didn't like the looks of that floor. Some markings here. I guess they would have been for the fence and gate posts here. Yeah. So, I don't know. Oh, an old swing set. Wow. So, seeing something like this, I'm thinking this house had to still been used maybe in the 1950s or 40s. Wow. I don't know how well you can see this, but it was like an old, I guess, swing set where the one kid would sit on one side and the other kid on the other side, and they'd kind of rock back and forth. You see these from like the 1950s and that 1940s old swing sets. Broken regular swing there. Wow. So this would have been their front yard. This is cool. So, well, I said front yard. I guess technically this would have been a backyard, because I'm assuming that road that I was walking on, or what's left of that road, was probably the main road into this home. So I'm going to see if I can look up anything more about it, see if I can find out if there's anybody significant, or if anybody knows who might have lived there. But I'm thinking it was probably, judging from that swing set, it was probably still lived in, and probably the 1950s at least. And just trying to get around here, seeing how much of the outside of the building I can see, or if there's any other buildings. It's just always a shame when we see what would have been a beautiful old stone house, it's just deteriorated. I mean, in some ways, that's the beauty into itself, though, to see the deterioration. But at the same time, it's, you know, from I guess from an artist's perspective, you're, you know, you kind of like to find the abandoned things, the ruins, because that's kind of cool. But at the same time, you think it's a shame to think somebody was just living there and just a few decades ago, and now it's all in ruins. So it's, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting, because you know, my whole idea of this channel was the idea of finding these places that have been long forgotten, or, you know, maybe not completely forgotten, but I'm sure the hunters who come through here know that this place exists. But, you know, do they know anything about it? Just like when I used to go fishing and hunting when I was a kid, I'd see these abandoned foundations of buildings, and I'd wonder what they were. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's a shame when history kind of fades and gets wiped out and just deteriorates. But at the same time, there's just an interesting aspect about about finding it and learning about it and recovering what you can of it. But that was always my goal with this channel, was to find these places, and because I knew about some of them when I was younger. And now, all these years later, we're trying to kind of reconnect. But yeah, I would guess that this was still lived in into the 1950s. Alright, I'm not going to go inside, but this is cement here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's... shine a little bit of light there. Looks like an old cabinet. Yeah, that was where I first came in on the side, so this would have been the front door, I guess. And I came in from that side there. Alright, so that was what I came here to see. I found it. An old farmhouse. An old historic farmhouse that is, time has passed it by. And it was a big farmhouse. I'm sure there was a big families living in there at one time. That's what you did in Pennsylvania. You had lots of kids. They all worked the farm. So you needed a big house. So I'm not sure if I'll show anything else here in this. So if not, I guess I'll just head back to this road that I walked in on. Even the road wasn't that great that I walked in on, but at least there was something. So, because it should just head straight back to the parking area. But as always, I thank you for watching as I wander aimlessly here trying to find this road. So thanks for watching, and if I find my way out of here, I will say see you next time. If I don't find my way out of here, yeah, because I just wandered. Okay, wait a minute now. I'm not done yet, because I think I just found another building. I wonder if this is a barn. Yeah. Okay. I'm not done yet. I take back. So looks like I just found the barn. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was just the farmhouse that was here, but apparently it's an old barn too. Alright. So let's do a quick checking of this. Alright. Watch where I step here. I don't want to... I did just get a tetanus shot a couple months ago. Cool. Can you see that? Scared him all out of his hiding spot. Yeah, oh. Yeah, little barn door there, I guess. Steps are long going there. Yeah, so this would have been the barn here. And then there's more stuff over in that direction, but it was too thick to get in there. I had to walk across that wood net, so I wasn't going to do that. So I don't know if I can get around there or not to see what that was, but it... But, yeah, okay, so, let's see how I want to... It's too thick down in here, too. Yeah, I can only go so far. Yeah, I can't tell what it was, but yeah, I'm not getting back there. Actually, there's a strange odor now, too. I don't know what that is. Well, I think that's about as much as I can explore around that barn. Alright, so I'm back to where the house was from where I found the barn. So getting back to the road should just be right out here. This was the side I came in on. So the road should just be right out here. So I'm going to walk down the road because I believe the barn might have been just off the road. So, and then I'll probably sign off from somewhere up here. Yeah, I guess this is the road here, I would imagine. Yep. I'm gonna go through the woods up here. Then hopefully, because I believe this is probably all part of the same road that comes in here into the state game lands, then I guess it just kind of ends. Alright, so I guess I found all that I'm going to find here. So I'm going to just try to make my way back to the parking area. Alright, I was trying to make my way through the woods here because the road was too thick, but wasn't much better going along the roads or going through the woods, so I think my only bet is to just try to make my way back what's left of the old road bed here. Try to get back to my car because there's only one parking area, so I can see why this isn't a great spot for hiking. Because there's no real trails to go through here, just this mess. Try to walk through. Of course, I had planned on going to a couple more spots today, but I'm thinking I may not now. It's even worse here now. Alright, trying to avoid the road that's not there anymore. And I don't know which is easier. I figure at some point that road's gonna reform here. This is it here, but obviously it's still pretty thick. There's the barn. So I was right, the barn does come out here, but I couldn't get through that side because it was just too thick. But yeah, as far as I can see, it's still pretty thick up through there. But I guess I'll keep trying the woods. Alright, so unfortunately I've lost my external microphone. I went back looking for it, it's gone. So, unfortunately, so it did come loose out of this camera a lot, but that's the first time I actually lost it. So, I'm just going to have to work, hope the sound's still going to be decent. Alright, so I'm still fighting my way through these bushes, and I found what might have been an old road, so I'm hoping this will be what takes me back to the parking area. But I'm hoping. No, it's just been, I thought this was going to be a short little 30-minute walk through the woods to this abandoned house, and no, it's been a lot rougher than that. So, man, I was going to go somewhere else today, but I don't think I'm going to now. I went through all kinds of the jagged bushes and things. So again, hopefully my sound's okay here because I lost my microphone. But it looks like this is an old roadbed here. So hopefully this will take me back to my car. So I guess that's all I'll film for now. And so I found my old farmhouse. Finally found the way back to my car. And so I guess that's all I'll say for now. I'll just see you next time. All right, thanks for watching.